the problem, and we talked about this, but refresh everybody's memory. What's the problem if I give a lecture and you're trying to take notes? What problems?
You're not listening.
Okay. And what does that do?
Distracts us.
Why would it distract you? If you're not listening, why is it distracting you?
Because we're writing down. You're not listening.
Okay, you're not listening, you're not writing down. What if, bless you, what if Ogenis needs something and he missed it? What if Ogenis needs something and he missed it, but he doesn't, I mean, and he couldn't hear because somebody was making noise? What does he have to do?
Ask.
Okay, he has to ask. Go behind my desk. Look at that bottom drawer. He has to ask. What does that do to you guys if you guys have already got the information down? If Bright's already got everything down he needs, what does that do? What does it waste?
Time.
Yeah, it wastes time. It wastes time that Bright could have been working on his assignment already. You know, it's not Ogenis' fault, but if he didn't get what he needed to get, he needs to get it, so he's going to stop, he's going to ask me. Okay? That's just how it's going to go. Now, this, you can't always stop a lecture, but you can stop a video. You can stop and rewind the video so you can hear what you need to again. And I'll show you here.
Wait, is this going to be from our own computers?
It can be. Okay, there's our Edmodo site. I loaded some things up yesterday. Okay, yesterday evening. This is how the post will show. Okay, so when you log on to Edmodo, you're going to go to your 8th grade class, which is already going to be there. Okay, that's your default. So you're going to go there, and then what you're going to do is you're going to look and see the group posts. Okay, and here it is. This is what will show up either in the post, like the note, or the assignment tab. Okay, everybody see the assignment tab? For me, that's where I load the assignments. For you guys, that's probably where you're going to go and click and find this. Okay, what does it say?
Watch
Somebody.
videos below. Take notes on the information. Pay attention to the process of repeating decimals to fractions. We will do this in class.
Okay. The reason I put this on there is because if you do log on tonight or something, or you need to rewatch the videos or whatever, don't freak out. And if anybody asks, you know, and says, well, is that homework or whatever, then that way it's right there. Okay. It also gives you a due date. What's the due date?
September 7th.
Okay, September 7th. So that's Sunday. All right. So by the end of Sunday, it's supposed to be due. That's just because next week we'll move on to something else. All right. So we're going to go over this. I have 2 videos that are on here, okay? One about converting fractions to decimals, another one about converting fractions to decimals. We're going to watch both of them, all right? And I'm going to stop them so you can get the idea how to do these notes. Take a look at your notes page, though. It's very different from what it was last year. Take a look at it. Pearsall, what's it say on the left-hand side? Underneath your name.
Watch the lesson, take notes using the form below, stop, rewind, and rewatch as many times as you want.
Okay? Right, I'm glad you put your name on there. You too, Ogenis. Ogenis, what's number 2 say?
Finish notes on your own for the following day's class just as part of your participation grade.
Okay, this means that when you walk into class, you should have these notes all ready to go. Okay, as much as you can take. All right? It's however you will be able to take notes. Okay, and like I said, for this week and next week, we're going to do this together so you get an idea. All right? But I want you to be able to rely on yourselves to be able to take notes. If something's important to Bright, if it's like an important vocabulary word, where are you going to put that, Bright? Where do you put that on the notes page? Okay, what's the title? Where does it say that you should put that? Read it, but you gotta read the title. That's what I want you to do. Right there. Yeah. Okay, so read it.
Main ideas and vocabulary.
Okay, so main ideas of vocabulary. If he has some important words that he needs to either look up or he needs to get a definition on, then he can put them there. And he can stop and rewind the video until he either gets the definition or something else, okay? Now, what about notes and examples? Where does that go? Pearsall, where does that go? Like if it's a specific problem that that I want done or that you have trouble with, where would that go? Would that go under main ideas and vocab or where? Okay, notes and examples. So you can put examples and such things there, okay, that will help you out so that you remember that stuff. You can also use the back page of this. Okay, the back's blank, so there's plenty of room, so if you run out of room there, you can do that. The bottom, oh, Janice, what does the bottom little title say in that box?
Summary and questions.
All right, summary and questions. What do you think that's for? Right?
Summary and questions.
So what does that mean?
Summarizing the notes and then
Question.
questions that you make up and that we write down.
Ooh. Okay, another idea? What do you think?
Like summary is like some of the questions are like the questions that you have about it.
That I have about it or that you have?
Yeah.
Okay, you were close on the questions. Yes, that's what I wanted to use for. I will say that you have to, and I didn't type it in here, but usually you will have to have one specific question about the lesson. Now, if it's really something that you didn't get, or not get, but if it's really something that you understood, you were really good with it, okay, then at least a summary of what it was. That's what it's got to be, okay? I know there may be questions that come up in class. That's what the review and discussion part is for, all right? But we're going to go and we're going to do this real quick. I want to watch it once, okay? I want you to take as many notes as you can on this, whether you know it or not, okay? I want you to take as many notes as you can. We're going to watch this first one. See, did anybody miss that? Anybody know what we're doing? Or did you hear it? What'd you hear? You couldn't hear it? What'd you hear?
We're converting that decimal into a fraction.
You think that's something important that we need to know?
Yeah.
Okay, so should we write this down? What should we write down? Tell me, what should we write down?
0.00727 in a fraction.
Okay, that's a specific example, right? Is there a title or something that we could write down, like a main idea?
Mm-hmm.
What's the main idea?
Converting decimals to fractions.
Hey, there you go. There we go. It's even right at the top there. So that video, so maybe that's what we need to write down. So go ahead and write that down. That's what I want you to do. Put that in the main ideas or the vocab, or main ideas and vocab. That's where it needs to go. Okay? That's where it would go.
Main idea?
Yeah, that would be the main idea, converting decimals into fractions. That's where I want to put it. Now, if you already know, this is the benefit to this. You can look at it, you can talk about it, you can rewind it. And since Vilger didn't hear a lot of what we were doing, I can rewind this last 15 seconds and we can watch it again. Now, this right here, what's the example that we're doing? We're converting what?
Decimal.
Okay, what are we converting?
0.0727.
Okay, you think that's probably important to write down? Where would that go? Right, where would that go? If we're converting, and Condi said it earlier, and Pearsall just said it, we're converting that number into a fraction. Okay, let's write that down. Let's at least start writing that down in notes and examples, okay? I got the volume turned up now, so I'm going to rewind just a little bit.
Now let's just think about what places these are in. This is in the tenths place. Tenths. This is in the hundreds place. Hundreds place. This 2 is in the thousands place. Thousands. And this 7 right here, this last 7, is in the 10,000s place. 10,000s. So there's a couple of ways we can do this. The way I like to think of this term right over here is in the 10,000s place. We can view this whole thing right over here as 727 10,000ths, because this is the smallest term, or the smallest place right over here. So let's just rewrite it. This is 727 over 10,000 over 10,000. And we've already written it as a fraction, and I think that's about as simplified as we can get. This number up here is not divisible by 2, it's not divisible by 5. In fact, it's not divisible by 3, which means it would be divisible by 6 or 9. Doesn't mean.
Okay, everybody hear what he said?
Yeah.
What did he say?
You can't,
Simplify.
Because it's what?
because it's
It's not divisible.
Not divisible?
Anything.
Why? What do you know about this already that it's not divisible?
7's an odd number.
Okay, 7's an odd number. What is this, the denominator? What's the denominator ending?
10,000.
Okay, it's 10,000. What's it ending?
0.
0. So if it ends in 0 and this ends in 7, there's nothing, right? We're sure of that. Sure of that?
Mhm.
Willing to bet your life on it? Okay, good. So that's it. I'm looking around. I like the notes that they put that you guys put on some of those things, especially where it says 10,000ths and all that stuff. You're looking at the place value, so that's good. All right. We'll finish this up here.
Look to seem to be divisible by 7. It might be a prime number, but I think we are done.
Okay. Now at that point, if you didn't get something, what can I do now? If you're watching this on your own.
Rewind it.
Okay, we're going to rewind it if we needed to watch it again. Anybody feel like we need to rewind this right now?
No.
No? Anything? Anybody? Now's the time to ask. Okay. All right, good. Could I summarize part of this already?
Yes.
Okay? I want you to do that right now on your own, where it says summary and questions. Don't take up the whole thing because we got another video to watch. All right? Don't take up the whole thing because you got a whole other video to watch, but go ahead and under the summary and questions, I want you to summarize it, okay? Or have a question about it, one of the two. Okay, that needs to be on there. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes to do that while I load this next video.